Welcome to the Innovators of BC podcast, powered by Oh my God, the Best Innovation Lab. I'm your host, Dr. Sultan, with our guest today, Celebrity Davis. How you doing today,
I'm
Celebrity?
good.
Okay, that's good. We brought you on this podcast to basically discuss about yourself and your business. So, what's some of the fun things you do around campus?
Around campus, I like to skateboard and I also make music with my friends during my free time.
Did you skateboard as a child, or was that something you picked up in college?
Like when I was probably 7 years old, my brother had a skateboard. I tried it out, but I was never like I was way too scared to actually go forward with it. And then I was like 11th grade, high school. I tried to get back into it, and my dad was like, "Oh, you waited too long. You should have. You too old for that now. You should have did that a while ago." But it's like you're never too old. And then I just started. I always watch skateboard people like in cartoons, like different characters that skateboard. I had an interest all the time, like Kick Patowski. Kick Patowski.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
so I just continued with that, and then I started taking it serious when I got here. When I lived in Mather, I feel like I was like the only one or two people on the campus with a skateboard. But I used to go to Drew Park. I feel like the RAs were looking at me weird, like, "What's she walking out here with a skateboard?" Like, but yeah,
Okay. What brought you to BC? Like, why did you come here? I don't know where you're from, but
I'm originally from here, from Columbia,
really,
and I actually grew up around this side of town, so I could literally walk to my grandma's house,
what school you went to?
Ridgely High School. So
Oh,
my parents grew up on this side, like they went to C.A. Johnson, W.A. Perry.
yeah, that's
Oh, really?
yeah.
Yeah, that my dad loves C.A. Johnson. And then he always talked about like the yellow or the what is it, green and yellow?
Yeah.
But we moved to the other side like 20 minutes away, and I go to Ridgeview, but my grandmama's still on this side. So my mom has a hair salon. She's had like two hair salons, and she like one on Forest Drive. We used to be one, and then now she's like on Laurel Street.
Mhm. So, what are the things that you involved into campus? Like, are you a part of any organizations, anything?
Yeah, I'm a part of, well, I did create a skateboard club actually
Mm.
to push that out to the campus more. I'm a part of the Student Programming Council, also BC Roar, a few different things like that.
Mhm. And I know that you're a part of Student Made, Benedict, correct?
Yes.
You're correct. How has Student Made helped you with your business with Matthew Mortal?
Student Aid has helped me as far as like learning how to file systems, keep up with your payments and your inventory and stuff like that. Because I would never really do that. I would just pretty much put that stuff in my Apple Notes. But like going through with a spreadsheet was like my first time doing that in Student Aid.
So, have you always wanted to be an entrepreneur? Like, where did that come from? Like,
Yeah, I always wanted to be an entrepreneur somewhere in the entertainment or art fields because, like I said, my mom owns a business, so I was always helping her with her hair salon. It's just seeing that side of business in my own house.
so why specifically fidget toys? Like, what got you into that?
Just I like to solve puzzles. Like I just started like it was something like the skateboard where I did it a while ago, put it down and picked it back up because I used to mess with them a lot in middle school, and
Mm.
I left it alone. And then I got back into it somehow. I really don't remember how I even got back in. I just seen some different kinds. Like they updated them, start coming out with different puzzles and different fidget toys. Like everyone's used to seeing the fidget spinner. But then I looked one day online, I was like, that's not a regular fidget spinner. Like they got a whole bunch more. And I'm like, I wonder do people know that they started coming out with all different types of them.
Mm. I know in the BBC News it was a person, I forgot her name, was it Eloise? She basically used fidget toys to help with her anxiety and self-harm. And I wanted to know, how did your business help with anything with students or just your customers? Like, how has it helped?
A lot of people, when I sell my fidget toys, sometimes I won't even remember them sometimes, and they'll say, "Hey," I'm like, "How you know me?" Oh yeah, you sold me that fidget toy, and I'm like, "Oh yeah." They be saying they couldn't get it out their hands, or they always keep their fidget toy on them, or they had to refer a friend. Some people be bored in class, so they be giving back feedback that it helped them a lot.
Really? I would have thought it was something like with your, maybe it was past trauma, that family members or something. They help with their issues just to give
Well,
them outlet.
not necessarily family members, actually for myself, actually, because I do have narcolepsy. So that's like my brain can go on the REM mode faster than anyone else. I just fall asleep, like, or get more tired than the average person. So I would keep fidgets on me to keep myself awake, to keep my brain stimulated.
Mm. And when helping someone with mental health issues or any type of anxiety, what advice can you give to them?
I would advise people to find mindful tactics to help them with their day-to-day life, like journaling or fidgeting is a way they can just create. That's why my business like brings together the psyche awareness and the creating part, because if you just create, like, you know how we consume a lot as people, so instead of consuming everything you have to create, and the way you create is like you won't be, instead of being depressed you'll be creating.
Mm. And what is your vision? Like in the next 5 years, where do you see your business going?
I see my business going, reaching out to students in high school, middle school level, getting out into the community, probably have my own counseling firm as well where I can help kids with their self-esteem and personal development.
Mm. Um, so I know you said your mom or dad was an entrepreneur, correct?
Yes.
So, were there some sort of a mentor to you? Was that a major mentor in your life, or did you find someone in college days where you can look up to towards the entrepreneurship side?
Well, entrepreneurship, it was always my mom for like first and foremost, because I was always helping her, and she would just have me like do things like running the desk or doing her inventory for her. I also started making her graphics when I got into the media side, and then with college, when I came here, I see everybody just they just doing their thing. They just got their businesses out here. They promoting. So of course I was already off rip. I knew I was gonna be doing my own business because in high school I started cutting hair, following in after my mom's with her cosmetology, because my school Ridgeview has a program where you can learn how to cut hair and get your permit. So we did that for my 3 years of high school, the last 3 years, and when I came here, I started cutting hair so that I can get my clientele up and start with business anyway.
Okay, and you're a mass comm major, right?
Yes.
So, what needs do you think mass comm needs to have in that department that can help you with entrepreneurs, with media, with anything that students want to pursue? Do you feel like it's a need for anything that our mass comm team is missing?
Well, mass comm team currently is building up on journalism. So there is an organization for journalism. I also think like maybe strictly production. Well, I mean, we have production classes,
Mm.
but I really wish that the school, and this is like a far stretch because I've mentioned this to people, but I think that the school needs to combine mass communications with music industry, simply because every time, like since I've been here, I wasn't a mass comm major first. I was a music industry major. Then when I made the switch, I'm seeing that the same mass comm people are artists. When I
Yeah.
came and met them, it's like almost half the mass comm, or at least if you look into the males, we did have one female here, like before I came in. Her name was Blake, but everyone else, it was like three, four different males in mass comm who were artists. So it was like we always working together with the music industry. Anyways, we done did BC's Got Talent,
Mm.
Tiger Tempo. Everyone's always collabing because it's audio related.
Mm.
And I just would be like overall getting artist development together, because in order to be an artist, you do have to know audio. We got to record yourself, recording your tracks, and then you also got to make your own content. You need music videos. So I just, in some sort of entertainment field, or I don't know what the overall curriculum will be called, but that should be a combined major.
Yeah. Okay. So I know over the time you probably met some different students, different people you was networking with. So do you plan on after college, do you plan on having different partnerships that can collaborate with your business?
Yes, I plan on really, I want to come back to Benedict and try to foster like a business that, or not a business, but it's an organization that's not really up and running anymore because the person who created it have graduated. But I was also in that organization, Youth for Youth, because we used to go out to schools and help with the community to help children
Mm.
find how they would find themselves and what they would do for their after college or after high school, what they would do to get themselves going in life.
Okay. You sound like a helpful person. Um, so what was one of the biggest events you had so far at Benedict for your business or for anything for math as a mass comm major, just any big event that you've been a part of?
The biggest event that I've been a part of might have been Target Tempo. My business wasn't involved in that, but that was the music industry department putting that on. And I was taking commercial music ensemble at the time.
Mm.
So I was playing on the drum pad because I also play drums. Um, and we were just putting on a show. Tiger Tempo is basically like it's an annual festival. Well, it started off as just a concert for students to see what the music majors have to offer, and then we was like the first one started off in the theater. It was simple. It was cool. Second one, after that, we started going off and bringing in vendors. So then we have a whole stage out in front of down on Oak Street,
Mm.
and everyone would try to come out and just have a good time. We'll have like a live concert, but we would rehearse for Tiger Tempo and commercial music ensemble.
Oh, so you said a drum band, so you play the drums?
Yes.
So is that something you plan on doing later? Like, do you plan on having gigs, maybe doing, pop-up shots, you maybe play the instruments or something? Is that something you might want to do?
I mean, for sure, I want to. If I can really get to that level, I be doing so much. So some people looking like every time she turn her head, she doing something. She don't know what she want to do. But if I could like be a band instructor, I would do that. Like
Really?
or like create my own drum line because I was also on the drum line here at Benedict. But I also actually I do have a little bit of knowledge in creating my own drum line, somewhat because I started teaching drums with a summer camp already, and
Mhm.
they be asking all day long about drumline. When we gonna carry these drums? When we gonna? They want to know because I tell them a lot about marching band, but the curriculum of the summer camp is to teach them drum set. So yeah, I do a lot with music, so I would push that out as much as I can.
And what brought you into music? Is that something you picked up on with watching TV or something you picked up on your own, your free time?
I've just been doing music since like as long as I can remember. When I was my first instrument was piano when I was like 5 or 6, and like my at my grandma's house there's like a whole organ, and I say whole organ like that because I never really realized how crazy that is. I don't know if that's really normal. Did anybody else got an organ in their house? I used to think that was like, yeah. So when I was a kid, I used to be up there like, oh my God, I'm mixer and master. I didn't know what these was like these whole I still don't know how to play an organ, but I used to think like moving to different vowels and stuff is like, oh, I'm over here making a whole beat. They got like different beat switches, some salsa, jazz,
Mhm.
reggae, playing the piano, pressing the pedals. And then I told my grandma to put me in piano lessons. So that's how I got into music generally. Then my dad pretty much helped a lot with me writing music because I also write my own songs. He would show me a lot of hip hop from like the 80s, 90s. So I always was gravitated towards hip hop in general, like Queen Latifah, The Brat, Jermaine Dupri. My favorite '80s rapper was Special Ed. So it's just like the lyricism about being an
Never heard of
artist. You never heard of Special
it.
Ed?
No.
It's crazy. I know a lot of people don't know about Special Ed. It's like
What genre is that?
it's hip hop.
Hip
It's
hop.
like it's like boom bap.
Oh,
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So I started writing my own music when I realized like, okay, I can put together some words to a beat, but it's not like just doing that because a lot of people they do think they like, oh, I'm gonna just get in the studio and rap, but it's really like an art. So if it's not a passion, I mean, people have fun with things here and there, but I really do take it serious as far as it's a real craft. So when I told my dad I wanted to be a rapper, or quote unquote rapper, because he was like, you're not going to be a rapper, you're going to be an artist. It's a difference. And he was like, if you do want to make music, he literally made me write the whole dictionary from front to back when I was in like 6th grade, because he's like, you got to have your vocabulary up as a rapper. And also, you're not going to just be a rapper, you need to be behind scenes. So he brought me a beat pad to learn or tell me start working on beats and stuff because you get more money behind scenes. And ever since then, I've been writing my own music.
okay. That's very dope. Okay. So I want to get into some of your failure, like whether that's your life story or with your business. I want to get into a time where you feel like the whole world was against you, but you prevail anyway and you saw through it. Do you have any story or
Uh, I'm gonna just say me being on a band was pretty hard.
mm,
Just to keep it brief, like I didn't do band in high school. The last time I did band was middle school, and that was concert band. So when it comes to marching, I didn't know how to march. And the reason why I didn't do band in high school is because, like I said, I was in the barbering program. So that was an elective that conflicted with the band schedule. And so when I was in middle school, I played percussion, but like only for a slim few weeks because I was not finna carry around that whole entire suitcase. That's crazy.
yeah.
Riding the bus is very embarrassing. I was like, I gotta keep going through all these people in the aisles with this big suitcase. And then because I played drum set, I wanted to only play drum set. And he was like, nah, you got to play all these instruments. I'm looking at her like, cymbals,
Mm.
triangle. I'm not trying to play that. She was like, can I just play snare drum? She was like, nah, you got to play every instrument. So I just switched to clarinet. And that was like the only other instrument I could actually play because we had to do a mouthpiece test, even though I wanted to do saxophone. Couldn't really get any noise out the saxophone mouthpiece. She put me on clarinet. Then she was like, anybody want to switch? Who's going to switch and play on the Ridgeview band? So I was like, if I go to Ridgeview and play on the band, can I go back to percussion? She's like, no, you don't have the middle school experience. They're gonna put you back on clarinet. I was like, don't even worry about it. Didn't do that. Picked up barbering. Then I found out that it was like that was not true. I definitely could have been on the drum line. Some like people was telling me, oh no, we got people that's first year drummers here. And I was like, I just took her word because she's a teacher. I'm thinking she know.
Mm.
So I went my whole year of high school just watching the band, couldn't get into that. When I went in and graduated, I'm like, I'm gonna be on somebody's band because I wanted to play percussion. Like, so I came here. My dad also went here. So it was not only did my dad go here, but I was like, Benedict's marching band, I had to see what it was like my senior year when they had a band rush.
Mm.
So that's why I was like, I'm gonna go to Benedict and be on the band. Everybody's like, oh, if you never marched in high school, how you gonna be on a collegiate band? It's like, I really don't care. I'm gonna try. And I got help from a few people showing me how to march. Like on band rush, there was a specific person who helped me on the snare drum because they put me on snare drum. So I didn't know how to march at all. And that was like my first time marching. I still got the video on my phone. It was just crazy. Like, but it's just actually from my freshman year of college to my sophomore year. I mean, not my sophomore year, but my junior year. It's crazy because freshman year when I came, I didn't actually stay on the band because band camp was harder than I thought. And I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, this is totally different. I still like not only am I still picking up the marching style, but you gotta do all this dancing and stuff with the drum line. That's what people was telling me. They're like, if you don't like to dance, you're not gonna. What's the point of being on a marching band? Because that's all they do. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna be on the band either way. So
Mm.
I left band and I picked up percussion ensemble. Learned my reading skills because when I taught myself how to play, I taught myself how to play drums. And then the teacher that I did have upon a time that was really just through ear. No one taught me how to read drum music or percussion music because I always was reading piano or clarinet, so it's like a complete difference. And some people will say, "Oh, it's the same thing." It's to me, it didn't seem like the same thing.
Mhm.
But I mean, people who know music understand the two differences. Like, yeah. So I left and I picked up percussion ensemble my freshman year, and then I came back my sophomore year, and people was like, "Oh, oh, you came back. You came back all the time. I told them I was coming back. I said I'm coming to play on the drum line. I don't care. Like, so I did that, and it was still pretty hard, just in general, just trying to keep up with the pace because it's collegiate. But my junior year, I feel like that was my best band year, and I ended up pushing through all that. I stuck it through sophomore year, junior year, but junior year is when I really started at least getting more accustomed to what it was to be a part of a HBCU marching band, the time management, and just the excitement of like the school spirit of all of it. So yeah, that was probably my most failure versus push through adversity type of thing.
Okay. Well, we're wrapping up, and I want us to basically give the viewers some important word that you have, some important advice, maybe a lesson you want to give off just to end us off.
Advice: just be yourself. Don't really let people tell you what you can and can't do. Like I just said, I mean, if you got something you want to do, put your mind to it. And also, if it's something that you really think you passionate about, look up people who's done it in the past. Because I think it's I don't want to like butcher the words, but I feel like Will Smith said something as far as like everyone has done the same things. Like you either you know how to run, we've all ran in life, or if you want to learn how to pick up something, it's always somebody who wrote a book about it.
Mm.
So just do your history and then learn from others. Be a sponge.
I like that. I like that. Well, thank you for coming on the podcast with us. And how would they reach you, your business or your social?
My Instagram is Mac Heaven. That's my artist name, but it's spelled MACCHE, the number 4 VEN. So heaven, but the A is before Mac Heaven.